I'm gonna talk about a touchy subject on both sides, um, and that's the abortion debate. First, I want to make clear my own position, and whether you agree or disagree, that's fine. I believe that everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and this this issue is one of those issues where I don't really look down on somebody for disagreeing with me. I am pro-choice. I believe a woman has the right to choose, um, because there are just certain circumstances where um, it just the possible life of the baby, whether it doesn't work out for the because of the fact that the kid's too young, or the woman's too young, or because they were raped, or even because the mother's going to die. Personally, I would much rather have no abortions, and I think that anybody who's pro-choice would agree with me that we really want less abortions because it is a terrible procedure. I, for one, kind of disagree with anything after the first trimester. Um, but I want to make a few other things clear, and that abortion, the pro-life, pro-choice debate, in my opinion, is a minuscule issue. And it's a shame that people on both sides vote on candidates based on that single issue. There are these evangelical Christians who won't vote for a Democrat for the sole reason of them being pro-choice. And, it's funny because those same people who are pro-life support the death penalty, and support war and whatnot. And I guess it's their reasoning is, well, they're unborn, they're still innocent, whereas those who have committed crimes deserve punishment. So, I'm not going to criticize their thought process, but I don't hold it against people who are pro-life because, I believe they're completely entitled to believe that, you know, um, that a human life begins at conception. I happen to disagree. I think it's just a bunch of cells, but to each his own. And people on both sides who hate people on the other side because of their own personal beliefs, I just think they're a little too critical of an issue that really shouldn't be taking precedent in today's society. I mean, we have an economic crisis, an occupation which is basically ruining our standing within the world, and we are slowly going into a one world government. And the only thing that people seem to worry about is abortion. I mean, come on. So, which brings me to my point. Ron Paul is pro-life, and so a lot of liberals and Democrats are hesitant to support him because of the fact that he is pro-life, and will refuse to support somebody who is pro-life. Um, I'm pro-choice, but I'm supporting Ron Paul. And as I said, it's because of the fact that there's so many more important issues today than this abortion debate. Furthermore, unlike others who want to make it federally mandated that we become a pro-life nation, he is at least doing what's dictated in the Constitution by the 10th Amendment. All issues that is not specifically stated in the Constitution is left up to the states. So, yeah, he wants to abolish Roe v. Wade, and that would probably, put up in arms a lot of liberals. And, I understand that. But he's not going to be like Huckabee or any of the other second-tier candidates in the Republican side and just go, haha, now I'm going to put a federal mandate on there, basically making all abortions illegal. He would just leave that decision to the states. That way, places like California, Florida, New York, more blue states would probably choose to remain pro-choice, and southern states would probably choose to become pro-life. And that way the people who live there will be happy. They're state sovereignty. They'll be happy with their own state. They're like, haha, well, we're a pro-life state, pro-life community. We're not with all those jerks who live in California who are pro-choice. And for the people who are pro-choice that live in those states, I mean, what's to stop them from going to a neighboring state where they can? I mean, if they really need to get an abortion, then they do have that ability. But as this other guy has said in one of his videos, is that if if a state becomes pro-life, what would end up happening is black market abortions would go up, deaths would go up, diseases would go up, and a lot of problems in society would just go up as a direct result. And people would begin to see these things and would demand of their politicians to change. It might not be immediate, but it may be gradual. And that's the whole point of this republic that we have, because of the fact that we, the people, should be making the decisions. And if the majority of Alabama want to be, pro-life, then let them. But don't try to force it upon every single state with a federal mandate. I personally would rather just be a pro-choice country, but there's so many more important issues at stake right now that as a former liberal, I cannot stand by and let my pro-choice convictions get in the way of more important problems in the world's society, in our nation's society, and the world today. So liberals out there who don't like Ron Paul because he's pro-life, you just got to think of the bigger picture. Peace out.